Alright, we are here today with the 4 Concordia University of Wisconsin men's hockey seniors. We'll be celebrating senior day this weekend against St. Scholastica. Guys, let's first talk about when you came to school. What drew you to Concordia? It was a program that had some struggles leading up to your guys' arrival here. And what drew you to come to the school and to this hockey program?
Well, for me, I think, I remember after a junior game I had, Coach Gaynor and Coach Wise gave me the pamphlet and, the picture of the school being on the water, what this area had to offer. We came down on a recruiting visit, my brother and I, and, we really loved the area. And then it was a good challenge to be asked to come in and rebuild a program and to start a new culture here. So that's really what, for myself got me.
Yeah, mine were kind of practical reasons because
Yours weren't practical.
Well, mine was more like I was looking at maybe going to some schools out east and stuff, but they were also expensive, and I wanted to stay in the Midwest. I wanted to come back out here. I played juniors out in New Jersey, but I wanted to come back to the Midwest, and I actually got a call from Devin Sturmer asking what I was doing the next year, which is funny, he's not here now, but he asked if I wanted to, take a look at the school, so I did. Talked to Coach the next day, came out here, visited the school, liked the area, enjoyed that we were on the water and stuff like that too, but it was a pretty quick decision for me once I came out here.
Yeah, for me, I played hockey in Wisconsin, so I wanted to stay here. I loved the area. The locker room was a big thing for me. I'm very materialistic, I guess. That's why I'm here, full for the jerseys. No, but I mean, it was something that, as a whole, the school looked awesome. I guess the water was cool. You can't jump in it, but it was really a full thing, and being able to build a program from the ground up and really take it to new levels was something for me.
Yeah, I agree. Kind of building off that, I agree. I really like the idea of the challenge of coming in and 25 freshmen I think we had, and like every guy when we played against Norbert's our very first game as a team, every guy playing that game was a freshman, and that was a really interesting opportunity just to come in, and I had an opportunity to be an assistant captain freshman year. Bus has been captain all 4 years. It's just kind of something that doesn't really happen very often, so it was a good opportunity to be able to come in, step in and do that right off the bat.
You guys have been here 4 years. What's been the best memory for each of you guys?
Wow.
I think my favorite memory goes all the way back to freshman year, is getting that first conference win at Lawrence. I steal yours.
Stole it. Not at Lawrence, here.
Here, getting that first. Well, our first one was on the road.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Second one.
So getting that very first game as a team, and when you're a team full of literally 18 freshmen on the ice, you're probably not expected to win, but we went out there and beat them, and that's pretty awesome memory.
I agree. I would have to say the win this year at Eau Claire. Especially for us, our freshman year, we went there and we got pounded. And that was the year they ended up winning the national championship and that kind of thing. So it really is it put us in a perspective of how good we need to be. And so going back there this year with the 4 of us and them being nationally ranked in the top 10. To beat them our last year, I think that was really cool, and it really showed the amount of growth we have were able to do throughout the 4 years.
Yeah. Those are really good reasons. I think my favorite event was when Buster first told me he was actually my friend. But on a serious note, that was a big game.
It's tough to get Buster to just
tough to get him to text back and stuff.
But
man, those are good reasons, or those are good times, good events. But I think one of my favorite memories now is just because looking 4 years ago, and you kind of see the whole span of your time here, is looking back to that first when we all first showed up to campus here. 28 freshmen, and we're rolling 28 guys deep in the hallway, just walking through and
putting tables together.
Just the experience of being in a totally different environment, and we're all kind of experiencing it at the same time. It was just such a good time, and it's really been a great 4 years. But that was just, I think, looking at who we have left now of our original class, and it's been a transition and journey for us four, and it's just cool. Like looking back and looking forward, and just like there's less guys, but the relationships here are really quality. So
yeah, that second win here was awesome for me. It was our first sweep, right? Our first win at home in front of being all of us, and all the fans were rolling. I guess they didn't really get that many fans before, and the place was rocking.
Yeah.
There's still a YouTube video up I watch every once in a while. Actually, like shaking on the bench, and like you would have thought that we won a national championship in our first 2 games of the season.
Right.
But that set the tone for our career. Because now we're a team that is very capable. Our fans knew we were capable. Our teachers knew we were capable, and ourselves obviously got a lot of confidence through there.
Sure. And you bring up the fans. What is the best part about playing hockey here? Is it the fans? I mean, you guys obviously have a great locker room, great fans. I mean, there's so many reasons why somebody would want to come here now.
Mm-hmm.
What is the best part?
My favorite part is twofold. I might steal all your guys' answers, so I
Yeah.
apologize.
Yeah.
But the Eli mentioned a little bit earlier is the bond we've built, especially between the four of us over the last 4 years. Just the friendships that these guys are going to be stand up at my wedding kind of thing, and always keeping in touch for the rest of our lives. That's one of the biggest reasons that I stayed here and I've loved it here. And then, like you said, like you alluded to, the fans, the support that we get on campus, after a big win, walking through the hallways, and professors and students and stuff like that are just, saying good game and stuff like that, and always having our back and coming out and cheering loud and, singing and having a good time. It's been amazing.
I would, I'd agree with that. The amount of support we get is just overwhelming to me, and how much we are cared about as a team and as people, for not just the hockey, just in classes and everywhere. And I think that's what is so great about Concordia, is that it's a small environment where everybody, builds off of each other. And I think that is magnified in our dressing room here with, these guys are my brothers. The freshmen this year, I'm just as close to as, some of the older guys. And that's how it is. It's guys come in right away and they're welcomed right away.
Mm-hmm.
There's no seniority necessarily, none of that stuff that we really have. And I think the reason for that is because we did all come in as freshmen 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was able to really open up a culture of brotherhood and a very team first kind of situation.
I mean, you guys talked a lot about the school environment, which is great. So and you touched on the guys, but I'll just expound on that a little more too. We have had some of the coolest guys come through here. It's each year is such a different team too. All of our 4 years have been just very different dynamics between guys, and you got everybody plays a pretty cool role, and both on the ice, but also just off ice dynamics. Like just some guy's the funny guy, and the next year it's somebody else, and all those things kind of shift around. It's been fun to see how that goes, but. Yeah, really, I just keep it simple and just say the best part I think has been the experience I've had with the team here.
Yeah,
sure.
I'd say all through there's the impact that we're able to make, being on campus, in the locker room, wherever it is with the fans, and the fans are our peers. It's no one who really signs up and pays $200 to watch us play. It's our guys who play, the guys who are walking down the hallway. What's up? Hey, good luck tonight playing. That's what's a good hometown feel when we're at school or in the locker room, and the impact we would make in all areas of school. Eli works with the Bethesda students. Tram's Mr. Concordia Lifetime Achievement Award. Buster's all on campus. We all have our own niche that we bring to the school. And if we probably know everyone in the school between us 4 guys, and that's pretty fun because we all know different people as well. So bringing that together, and making it an impact is probably the most fun thing.
Last question being, and maybe you guys want to tackle it as a whole group or maybe individually, but how do you guys want to be remembered? What do you want your legacy as Concordia hockey players?
That's a good question. I think a lot of things that we talk about as a group and as a team is as fun as it is to come to the rink every day and play hockey and be a college hockey player, the stuff you do off the ice and the man that you're going to be is really a lot of the things that we harp on here. And Bus talked about the brotherhood, and Coach talks a lot about you're a hockey player now, you're a college student, but we want you to be the best man possible. We want you to be the best fathers, co-workers, stuff like that. And I think that's really the kind of legacy we want to leave behind moving forward. Is we want to build good citizens, and we want to build people that are going to give back to the community and make sure we're always, when you think about Concordia hockey, we want to be remembered, years later for that kind of impact. Around the campus, on the ice, in the community, wherever we can be. We want to be the best people possible. And then the things, winning games, school records, whatever we may have accomplished is kind of like a cherry on top of that.
I totally agree. I want to be remembered for who I am, not necessarily the hockey player I am, not, but like who we are as people.
Yeah.
And that is, like I said before, that's the great thing about a school like Concordia is people get to know you for you, not, they don't get to know you from seeing you from the stands. And, I would hope that, and I truly believe that us four have set, a good, what's the word?
Starting point.
Yeah, I think us four will be remembered for those kind of things, and that's what I hope, and I think the guys next year in these seats, and the guys after that, and the guys after that will follow the same road.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's just I think collectively you just hit it on the head. It's kind of what I think we all feel is that we want to be remembered as who we are as people. And that people would remember the relationships that they have with us specifically, because we do have a lot of these connections with people in the school, not just guys on the hockey team, but all around the school. So I hope that people would just have specific memories of being with us, and I guess that hopefully that they would feel that they were genuinely cared for and loved too, and that it wasn't a show, So I really hope that would be something that people would remember and hopefully think about us for as a group.
I scored an unbelievable goal freshman year in the far right corner, forehand backhand top shot, shorthanded.
PK, right?
PK, shorthanded, yeah. Those memories are all topical upon each other. But if you were to ask me 4 years ago, hey, you're at Concordia, why are you here? I'd be like, I'm a hockey player. I'm a hockey player. And now, you say, why am I here? I literally have a list of 2,000 things that I can easily say that would be interchangeable with the game. And like the guys said, obviously, people will remember us for what we did in the hallway. Yeah, they associate us with hockey or whatever it is we do around the school, but in the end, what happens is when these people think about back 15 years from now, they're going to think, man, these guys were awesome guys. These guys were some guys that I wouldn't mind going anywhere with these guys. I knew they were going to be awesome. I knew that they were going to have a great time, and that, they could trust us. And being a Concordia hockey player is just that. We're a hockey player, we're a great student, and we're someone that if you go around the school and you need to, need some help from or ask, a question, we're the first guys you go to, and I think that's, something I would be rooting for.
All right, well, Lenny Childs, Eli Riddle, Buster Hebda, Trammell Lyons, the Concordia, Wisconsin men's hockey class of 2016, senior day of this weekend. They have 2 games against St. Scholastica, guys. Thanks for taking the time.
Absolutely, thank you.
Thank you.